Wrestlingus show coming at you. This one is a free bird special because, Faust, the big reason is we did a big old thing on Patreon for SmackDown and the Elimination Chamber. Those are not WWE digital exclusives that they then show that aren't exclusives. These are Patreon exclusives, and Patreon is the only one we'll get to hear them. So if you guys want to hear an hour of us going on Elimination, we really did a lot for the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, our thoughts on the finish and whatnot and how everything worked out.
And the press conference
and
after.
Shitting on everything else. Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to hear our thoughts and our rants and raves, you got to get on Patreon for that.
Patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. So as usual, after every pay-per-view, we then just do Raw for everyone. A Raw for all, Faust. Remember that
we give
thing.
It raw.
Yes, we'll give it to you raw. It was very raw. And so we will give you raw, and then we're doing something different this week for the people who are on the video, live in the video scope, Faust. We will be doing one solid video from the Wrestlingus show into the Lingus Mafia podcast, and never switch it. If you're on audio, you will have two separate podcasts. But if you're on video,
the Mardi Gras special.
Back. There you go. Show me your tits, Faust. Where's my beads? I'm gonna show them. Throw fucking beads at the camera like an asshole. There you go, Faust. Even better. I'll do this. I'll give you, if I could throw you pussy pearls. Here you go. I'll throw these at you. Fucking nonsense. All right, let's get into Raw, shall we?
Let's.
We get a review of Sammy and Roman from the pay-per-view. That's how always they start off a Raw after pay-per-view, of course. And Sammy starts the show, and I go, all right, I've had enough already. I've already had enough.
Yeah, I got the same vibe, too. When he came out, I'm like, okay, I know they're still in Canada, but it's overkill now.
He didn't need to sit there for an hour. He sits there for the beginning. Of course, they're going to do the Sammy.
Yeah.
And then he gets the microphone and goes, wow. And they all shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then he sits and looks around for another hour. So now people have to go,
right.
I assume we
that's what we're supposed to do.
Motherfucker. And I'm like, come on, talk out here. Milking to death. Okay. He said he needs to call out Owens. So now we're finally getting this talking of face-to-face.
Yeah, because he says, I feel gratitude towards the fans, but I feel guilty that I didn't finish the story. But the story isn't over, and we're entering the final chapter. But it's not just about me.
I go, oh, no. He's going to go, please, can I have a three-way? He's like, no, don't do it. You're not Daniel Bryan. He calls out, he goes, I don't know. I say sorry and thank you. You know, you had a major goal to take down the bloodline. And so do I. We could do this together. And everyone go, ah! They all nutted, right? Owens has a very good retort.
Yeah.
It does Wells. It's not
instead of just like, hey, you're right. We've been friends for a long time. Let's hug and let's go kick some bloodline ass.
One thing I would add to it, but we'll get to the end here. Owen says, I didn't do it for you. I did it for my family who had to watch me get butt fucked, which you did nothing. And I'm like, you could have got killed. Right. He did stop it. But I didn't want that for your family, your father, your wife, your kid. You have to do it. So I came out there and I want to beat the hell out of it. That wasn't for you. It was for me and your family. He goes, you need, but if then you think he's leading you into, let's get him.
Yeah, but if you need somebody to help you take down the bloodline,
call your buddy Jay. Piss off. Piss on
and
you.
Then he leaves.
So the one thing I would add to this is Sammy go, listen, Mr. fucking Goodyear, don't tell me that you're always my pal. Yeah. When your first day in NXT, you killed me.
Right.
My best buddy. But you killed me how many times? Give me a little slack for once. And you go, well, I mean, do tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like, well.
I'm going to go pull a branch off this olive tree. Come on.
Say, oh, you know, I could fucking see you clearly in that glass house you have there. I didn't see you. He live in a stone house and throw glass rocks, Faust. That's what he did.
There you go.
So after now, Sammy's leaving, and you see after a commercial, I go, fuck, he's still in the fucking aisleway. Someone's going to come El Kabong him. And Corbin comes in, El Kabongs him. And I laugh because I like this stupid shit to where it's in picture in picture. And you see like people with their back going, we're not on the air yet. So he's got to walk around and go, fuck you. This is the only thing he doesn't do AEW style. Fuck you. Fuck you. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't do the Vince. Fuck you. Or as I call it, Faust, the Richard Allen Davis. Like that.
With the wink.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right when they go into picture in picture, it's like, all right. So they fight the whole time during that. And it's amazing how right when they come back, Corbin's got the mic and ready to go.
And do you notice Pierce's bad timing? He did bad timing. He had to do it twice.
No, I didn't really notice it.
He didn't fucking crescendo it to do the fucking the Becky with Finn.
Oh,
go ahead, or Fit. Sorry, Fit. Go ahead. He fucking tells him go ahead, and Sammy's still asking, "Can he go?"
Yeah.
And then he finally does it again. Go for it. He goes, and he fucking charged to the ring. And I'm like, all right, here we go. The long match with, we got to get Sammy some more. They go, well, since Corbin's in the middle of, doing jobs, let's use it.
We got Ziggler losing in another match later. So who else do we got?
What in the world? They're got a Rolodex of shit. Let me see what I have here. Now we have, after this match, of course, Sammy wins, right? Dom and Mommy sit down for an interview. Do you see when the guy's attaching her microphone? Do you see this? The head of
Was it before they went to commercials?
Yes.
Or before that? No,
yes.
I didn't really catch
and
it.
They make it look like I'm waiting for Dom to go, oh, watch your fucking hands.
Is he getting too close to her
He's
titty?
on the titty, and she's even going like this to Dom. What the fuck is this? And he's looking at her, but you don't hear them talking. It's very mouth. And I'm like, oh, he should have been like, oh, my fucking old lady. What are you doing here? It's one of these things. So
stand up and do something.
Yeah,
hey, they're getting cucked.
He got cucked. He goes like this. Let me put this on you. So now they sit down and she says, oh, she's going to confront Charlotte on Friday, basically. This is basically this interview. And we do get the gear up for Dom finally.
Yeah, because,
my dad's having a match. I'm going to tag along.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, good. We get this. Review of the men's chamber. And Austin's interviewed how I'm glad I got a Hall of Famer tonight to beat. He mentioned Cena too, because we all know this is where this is going.
Right. Yeah, because he tries to make something out of nothing where he's like, I should be getting respect for taking out all the greats that were in the chamber, but all people want to talk about is John Cena coming back in 2 weeks. I'm like, well, this is the first time I've heard that John Cena's coming back in 2 weeks.
Thanks for letting me know. I'm not going to be thrilled with eventually Cena shows up to put people over now. So this is what they did with Brock in the very beginning. And they said, we need to fucking let Brock. That's when Brock beat Taker.
Right.
Because it was like, okay, is he just going to lose to everybody he has a fucking match with? He lost to Triple H. He lost to Cena. And then he beats Undertaker and rocket up the ass. So it was gone. Dolph versus Ali. I go, didn't we have this storyline a couple months ago?
I feel like it.
I completely forgot about it. Now it is different.
They were talking in the back. And Ollie's like, well, maybe I just need to smile more.
What the fuck did this come from? And you see him going out there going, oh, you see, I'm very thankful for thank you. I'm smiling. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then they show the backstage and I go, oh, and it's, you need to get your potential. How about I beat it into? And I'm like, you guys had a storyline before that never happened. I'm like, and really, do you care if this happens?
So now Ollie's like the sarcastic good guy where he's like over the top, like, look, I'm pandering. I'm a good guy.
I enjoy the counter to the Famouser.
Yeah, that was good.
Handstand, bounce up, and rolled him into a crucifix. And that was it.
And then after the match,
he's like shocked he won.
Up. Yay! He's like Bo Dallas running around the ring. I did it.
Kelly tries to interview the Miz in the back, and Maryse, that's a joint, I guess. Maryse, she is now taking over the role of Dana Brooke with the giant porno tits. These are porno tits. They're enormous. And Maryse gives Miz an anniversary gift, and you would think it was a sonogram picture. Is that what you got in your head? Because that's what I had in my head. However, Miz and Miz episode, he gets cut.
Oh,
So yeah, that's not happening.
So yeah, it's like a gold card that he just opens, and he's like, "Wow, this is bigger
Is
than
this
the
real?
half court shot I made."
She
Is that
looks
what he
like
said that?
yeah, and then she goes, "It didn't count."
Yeah, which is great.
So shut your fucker. But the way she's like in tears when she's like, "Yes, it is real." That's why I'm like,
I know
she
what else
fucking
could it be?
pregnant again. That's what I'm like. What the fuck?
Yeah, so he says next week we need a real journalist, myself, to break the news on Ms.
And I'm like, we're really waiting a week for this.
I know.
And I go,
Listen.
well, look at them. And then I think at the same time, oh God, it's gonna be. We waited and we wait for this.
Yeah,
That's what I'm waiting for.
It's gonna be Miz is the host of WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
That was my first guess because it's Hollywood.
Oh no.
Faust, Mr. Hollywood.
You didn't tell me a lie, man. Shit.
I hope I'm wrong.
Oh, I think you're right. Oh my God. Is this real? It is. You're the host of WrestleMania. Motherfucker.
They don't got anything else for me to do. All I do is lose, so I'm the host.
Or we are in that commercial of we're gonna be Top Gun commercial.
Oh, yeah.
And here it is, and they show it. No. Faust, I give them too much credit. I think
they've already filmed it. Or
we don't know that. Thank you, Faust.
What, they're gonna film it this week?
Yes, they filmed it, and now he's debuting it on the show. Faust, you laugh at me if this fucking happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
I want you to apologize.
So Miz says it's him and Rollins tonight. In some ways, Miz is responsible for Rollins losing in the cage chamber
his
because
protege,
of
now he's friends with Logan again. I'm like, yeah, all right. Cody in the ring. Paul, it's funny because he goes, so
what do you want to?
Paul talks. I go, okay. Paul and the Tron in a fucking neck brace. Fantastic. Always.
On Canada's healthcare. Holding the two belts mashed up with the neck brace was a funny visual.
He says, you should, like, by chance, if you won these titles, you don't want this. There's a lot of, you got to go to fucking Saskatoon, all this shit, right?
Yes, the burden.
And all these places you'd have to go. It's a burden to do. And like your brother said, even when your dad was home, he wasn't home because he was still busy with all that. And he goes, and this is the part where I would say something horrible, like, don't worry, Roman will keep your wife warm while you're away, but I'm not going to do that. Roman is a happily married man, but I'm not. Faust, it is the greatest fucking thing ever. He is fucking great. That is, I fucking popped, Faust. I sit there by myself and I go, I'm like, this is so fucking good. And it actually makes Cody upset. Like, why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna crawl on top of that wife of yours. My fucking grimace ass gonna climb on
Brandy's
you.
somewhere going, child, no.
Heifer. That's what she's gonna do.
So yeah, Cody's all pissed off. What did he say? Something like, "Don't send Heyman anymore.
Yeah,
I'll see you soon."
I know your game. It's always this same thing. We're gonna meet face to face soon. Yeah, we're gonna meet face to face soon. That's how he throws his microphone. He's done very well on the mic. It hasn't been a Anthony Ogogo fucking weird fucking promo.
Well, he's not fighting for
I'm
the
fighting for America. This fucking
big war against
England,
Britain.
you son of a bitch. You know what's funny is this is the case of Ukraine and Russia, where we would invade England and they would hold us off. It'd be like, how the fuck is this possible? We're not being able to beat this little fucking country. Oh, I see this Ukraine and Russia files, and all I think is, my God, we could conquer Russia in 4 minutes if they can't beat Ukraine.
It's crazy.
We would roll over them in a fucking like by lunch. Russia is a part of the United States now. It's like Guam. Fuck it. It's ours.
We're going to plant our flag. We claim this area now.
Fuck you, Rusev. Ours. Asuka versus Nikki. Bianca watches at ringside.
So Corey says, "Oh, Asuka's facing Bianca at Mania," and then Kevin says, "I mean, that's if she can get past Nikki Cross first." I'm like, what? you fooling?
Faust, Bianca gets in the ring. It looks like she's wearing a diaper. What is with these pants?
Know.
I was like, good Lord, because she's got rhinestones on a fucking ass fucking outfit.
Just remember, she makes all her outfits. So when you wonder why, just think she makes them.